Hey, good morning everybody, it's Dr. O. What a beautiful day. Can you see the sunlight out there? Look at that, it's beautiful. This is today's ingredients on the recipe for success. And you remember there's 5 ingredients as part of the recipe that make up this amazing experience that we call life. Mind, body, self, relationships and money. I've been talking about this for some years now. And today's ingredient is focus on self. Now, self is about you as a person, as an individual. It's about how you are internally, whereas when we talk about mind, body, self, relationships and money, the mind element is more about how you show up in a conscious way in the world. Self is more about an internal reflection. It's looking at your values, your beliefs, your core identity, your core purpose. So today is about values. So we're looking at self and values, and today's ingredient is, I'm just Salius, is that right? Hopefully I've got that right. I haven't got my glasses on. It's nice to see you joined us. Just jumping on first thing in the morning before everybody gets off to work. So a really great exercise to do, and this is a good exercise to do with your children, by the way. We recently, 2 or 3 months ago, had a Growth Tribes meetup where everybody gets together. And one of the subjects that I taught on that particular event was to do with values and the importance of values. Now, a value is a feeling. To simplify it, think of it as something you want to feel on a consistent and regular basis. So you can value health. You want to feel healthy. You can value integrity. You want to be and operate in an integral in a way of integrity. You can value happiness, which means that you want to be happy. You want to experience happy. You want to have happiness in your life. You can value success, which means you want to be successful. So these are the things that we hold dearest to us, and that's a simplistic way and a very powerful way of looking at values. So from your perspective, a great exercise to do is to look today and write down just 2 values that you think are great values that you bring to the table. And people often say, well, can you expand on that a little bit more? So for example, it might be that you are somebody that's very kind. So you value kindness. That's a great value that you have. And in being around other people, you take the time out on a daily basis to help people, or when you're around people, they just love the fact that you're there, and you show that act of kindness towards them, where maybe somebody else is walking around and not showing any respect at all for them, not leaning down, picking up something for them. Maybe it's an elderly person, and it's just built into your nature. So kindness could be something that's already naturally in you. Another great value might be that you're fun. You're a fun person. You value happiness and joy and fun, and you happen to be fun when people are around you, and you're just fun as a person. So that could be another great value that you have. And we all have a hierarchy of values. How you show up in the world is directly reflected in your core values. And the higher that you resonate towards the values that are true to you, the more authentic you are as a person. The further away you move and operate and live on a daily basis away from your core values, the more uncomfortable, the more unhappy you are as a person as well. I'm just going to move around a little bit here, just so you've got a change of scenery in the background. Sorry, I'm in a renovation here, as you can see. You might have been watching some of these on the videos. So this is a really important factor, actually. As a human being, some people, what they'll do is they have a set of values that they believe are their values, but unfortunately on a daily basis, what they do is they don't live by those values. So they might be in a job which doesn't align with their values. Let's say one of your highest values is health, and you love vibrancy, you love eating healthy, you go home, you have salads and you eat whole food, organic food, but you're working for a company that produces processed food, which is laced with sugar and is fast food, but you're doing it because of your salary. What can happen is people feel uncomfortable in that space because actually who they are as a person isn't necessarily aligned with what they're doing in their job. In other words, they're misaligned, their values are misaligned with the values of the company they're working for, and that's a whole conversation separately. So today is about identifying 2 amazing values about you. And it can be anything and this is a tough one to do, by the way, because sometimes we don't want to reflect on ourselves. We think, well, it's an ego thing. Do I really want to do that? But actually you do, because it's really important to compliment yourself, to recognize yourself, to love yourself, to have self-worth. And all these things are so important on a day-to-day basis. And a lot of people I meet who are uncomfortable with themselves, often it's because they don't even see their own value. So if you struggle with this today, Find somebody you care about, someone that you trust, maybe a very close friend, a trusted advisor, and just ask them the question, what would you say are two of my strongest values? When you see me out and about and I'm doing things, when I'm with people, what are the characteristics, the values that show up in me that you feel are great values? And it's really nice to hear that from somebody else, by the way. And it might be worth having a conversation if you're a parent, just telling your children two values that you see in them. So whether it's kindness. So my youngest daughter, Liv, the other day, she did this lovely little gesture towards one of the other children in the class, and I just said to her afterwards, I said to her, Liv, that's beautiful. That's such a nice act of kindness. That's a lovely value. And she was like, oh. And you can see she felt really good about that. And sometimes we don't really necessarily appreciate what that value is, or that we even have that value. We just do it as part of who we are. So this is a chance to actually take a look internally and reflect on that as well. And by the way, the more conscious you become aware of this is my experience coaching and mentoring people, the more aware you become of the values of the people around you, and actually your alignment with certain people may get stronger, but it also may distance from other people simply because you're realizing, actually, these are my values and they're not aligned with this person or these people, and that's why I'm feeling uncomfortable. And this is a beautiful thing about recognition and at the same time awareness. They tune you into a higher level of consciousness. On that note, I'm going to sign off.